Alright, guys. What would also be useful, I'm thinking, would be, if I was looking at this data, I want to see kind of the total contribution. Like, I know the 1.1 is the total. Obviously, Howard here, or these are last names, obviously, was 233. That's about 25%. But I really want to see the actual stats. Like, how much did each person contribute to the total? And this will be something new. Um, so actually, before we do that, I'm going to show you one other thing, guys. So going back, so once we click in our pivot table and we get our fields up here, so we did a sum of commissions. Let's say we just wanted a count of commissions. How many, you know, deals did each person do that where they earned a commission? So you'll see here where it says values and it says sum. Now, if you drop that down, we can remove it, we can move it around, but we want value field settings. So what value field settings is going to tell us, or what it gives us the option to do, and it's very powerful, is we get to choose what we're doing with the data. So we're saying, hey, go find all the commissions. The default's kind of sum. That makes sense, right? Add up all the commissions. Well, we can also just count them. Like, give us a count. How many commissions did each person have? Just to go over some of the other ones here, they could do an average. That'd be useful. What's the average commission these people are bringing in? Just because Howard, has the biggest total, maybe her average, though, is way less than, say, Kim S. And actually, Kim S. is doing better deal. She just didn't do enough, but her average overall is better. We can look at the max, like what's the max amount each person did, the minimum by product. Then there's some other then we get into some serious statistical stuff. So we're not going to get that deep, but I think count would be interesting, so let's give that a try. So here's how many deals each one said, and now, so actually we do see Howard did a few deals less than Kim, but Howard had a bigger total, if you remember. So, and remember, it resorted this list. Howard was on top dollar-wise, so that means Kim does more deals, but obviously lower value, actually, because her total was lower. So more deals, but lower total means lower overall average. Then we have all these people. They did one. These people did nothing. So this might be something useful as well. I think let's go back to our sum, though. Like I said, actually, let's take a quick look at average just for fun, just to see what happens. Again, let's give this a format. So the average commission they're earning. So McGarty, who, if you remember, was way down. Now, I'm assuming Rob McGarty is also McGarty. So, again, that's a data thing. They probably want to clean up. I would ask my boss. There might be a reason it's broken out. Probably not, but nonetheless, that's just an aside. And that probably would affect the average as well. You see there's one big average up here, and then a much smaller, almost one of the lowest averages down here. So something to consider. But nonetheless, we can see what the average commission each person is earning. So that kind of reflects on how big of deals people are doing, right? So we see Howard is only earning $4,000, which isn't necessarily bad commission. But relative to some of the other people. Now, where was Kim? See, now Kim also earns sort of even lower. So, just something to keep in mind. Now, let's go back to our sum, though, because I want to show you something else. So we're going to add sum. We're going to have to format this, guys. Okay, so I want to see how much each person contributed. So, what we're going to do, so you can add the same, column information, if you will, multiple times if you want. So we want to do something else with commission except for sum. So we're going to click here. Now this time we have to drag it. Since we already have it clicked, we have to drag it down here. Now, again, it did the sum. If you see, these are both the same. But we're going to make this one a little bit different. So if we go down here and we choose that second one and go value field settings again. Now, so we have all the same things to count. So if we wanted to, we could actually put count right next to it. We could format this by dollars. So all those things we did where we kept choosing different ones, we could put the sum, the count, the average right next to each other. That might be useful. But something else you could do, and this is what I actually want to get to showing you. So bring up that value field settings again. Now if you see here, summarize values by, sum, count, etc. Show values add. If you click on this, and you can't really quite clearly see it, but it's its own tab of information. So show values out as, and it currently says no calculation, but one thing I like is you can do percentage of grand total, percentage of column total, percentage of row, etc. So I want to see a percentage of column total. So whatever the column total is, it's going to show each of these as a percentage. So percentage of column total. Don't worry about these. You see they're grayed out. We hit OK. We're going to format this again real quick because that's what we do. And you'll see, now this is kind of wide, but I'm just gonna bring this in. It's showing us a percentage of the column total. Now let's do this. Let's refresh it. I believe, I'm trying to figure out how this person has a higher commission, but the percentage is lower. Let me see if, you can also get the value field settings here, guys. It might be the wrong, maybe we want a percentage of grand total. Let's see if that makes any sense. Value field settings. Didn't seem like grand total changed anything. Percentage of column total. We're going to refresh this. We're going to highlight this. That's actually a bit perplexing, guys. I'm not sure why. If we have a total here, why this person has a bigger number, but this percentage isn't quite on the ball. So let's actually do some manual math just to see what's going on there, guys. So this divided by this would be the same percentage, right? And so yeah, it should be a different number. So let's do that again as percentage of the grand total. Nothing, not changing, guys. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. That's actually kind of perplexing. Well, I will check on that in the next video. I hate to throw away what we've done, so let me work on that and I'll report back in the next video. And then also what we'll do is we'll create a cool graph for this. So we'll get started on making a nice graph. And then after that, we'll start making some additional sheets with reporting on different factors, if you will.